In this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about friends. Do you have lots of friends or a few close friends?
I've got lots of friends, but I only have a few close friends.
Okay, tell me about that.
The close friends, I usually hang out with them often, but then for the other friends, I just say hi and bye. Sometimes a little bit of just a little conversation with them.
Okay. What sort of things do you do with your friends?
I usually have a deep conversation with my close friends. I tell them about my secrets and some gossips, and I go shopping with them or movie or all those sort of things that normal people do with their friends.
Normal then. Okay. Do you prefer to spend time with your friends or your family?
I prefer to spend time with my friends because we're in the same generation, and sometimes it's not that I don't want to talk to my parents, it's just that we don't have some common topics, and so yeah, I prefer to spend time with my friends.
Okay. Tell me about the last time you did something special with your friends.
It's about last weekend. It's half term and I went to Birmingham with two Thai girls, and we just went to shopping, and we had a Korean meal. It was really good because it's so happy to find some Asian food here in England.
Okay, tell me a bit more about why you prefer spending time with your friends to your family. What are the differences between how you interact with them?
To friends, I feel like I can speak more freely because they know a lot about. I tell them about my secrets, but then my parents, sometimes a lot of things I have to hide from them because they might scold me or those kind of things. Yeah.
All right, good. Thank you. That's the end of part one. So now I'm going to give you a task card with a topic and ask you to talk about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You will have 1 minute to think about what you want to say. There's a pen and a paper in front of you to make notes if you wish. And here is your task card. You're going to talk about transport in your country. You can use some or all of the suggestions listed below, but your talk must answer this question. What forms of transport are popular in your country and why? You have 1 minute to prepare, and you may begin your talk when you're ready. Right, that is the end of your preparation time. You should begin your talk now.
So, buses and trains are quite popular in my country, but we don't call trains as trains, we call it as MTR in Hong Kong. And it's quite popular because for trains you don't have to, there aren't any traffic jams except some of the technical problems, but for buses it's also popular because it has their own lane so that other cars cannot go through that lane, and they're really fast and cheap, really 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 cheap. And for the elderly people, people over 60 years old, they have the government provide subsidies. They only have to pay 2 Hong Kong dollars to take public transports. And for their cars are also popular in my country because people think they can sit more comfortable in their own car, and it's cleaner and a little bit quieter. Yeah. And bicycles are not very like popular in the city, but like it's more popular in the countryside because the people might not like they don't really have the ability to afford a car, or they don't really need one. They just farm. Yeah. So that's
Thank you. That's the end of part 2. We have been talking about transport in your country, and I would like to ask you some more questions on this topic. Okay? So, which forms of transport are not common in your country?
taxis. They're not really common because it's relatively expensive.
Hmm.
So people prefer to take public transport
Why is that? Why are they expensive?
because like you can only take a few person at the same time, and you can like enjoy your peaceful environment in the car. So yeah.
Okay. What is your opinion of the public transport system in your area? What is your opinion?
I think it's quite good because because like it's really convenient. You can find a lot of like bus stations and stops like everywhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about that.
And so people and the disabled can like seek for their help if they need so, because there are a lot of equipment like escalators and lifts, those sort of things.
Okay. Do you think people rely on their cars too much?
On their own car.
Hmm.
Do you know? I think so, because if they don't rely on their cars that much, there wouldn't have been that much of like pollution.
Okay. So you mentioned pollution. What problems have cars created in our towns and cities?
They enhance greenhouse effect, which leads to global warming, and they create acid rains as well.
Mm-hmm. Any other problems?
And they made the environment dirty.
Okay. What can we do to reduce people's use of the car then?
Well, the government can provide more subsidies, and like create courses to tell people what's the disadvantages of driving their own cars and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's think about the future. Which forms of transport will be less common in the future?
I think bicycles,
Why is that?
because the environment is